It's a Wednesday night. How's it going? We're at the mall on a Wednesday. How are you? That was very polite. Some people wooing, some people clapping. This lady just politely waving. Hello? Hi, how are you? Yes, I have the most kind audience members at all of my shows. They're like, woo, yeah. Hi, there you are. So good. Thank you guys so much for coming out. One more time for all the comics you've seen tonight. Make it loud for them. Yeah. So good to be here. I love performing at this mall. This is the nicest mall to perform at. Trust me, I perform at malls all over the country, and most of them look closed. And not this one. This one looks like malls used to look. It's like we stepped back into 1985, and we're like, whoa! Feels good. Feels energized, you know? Because then there's the rest of Irvine, which is just corporate offices for businesses you used to go to. It's so weird. Like, you're like, oh yeah, I remember BlackBerry. Oh, that's where they do their taxes. All right. And you're like, oh my God, a Taco Bell? Corporate? All right. That means there's like an office somewhere with just documents of how many chalupas they sold. 2023. Some guy over there going, I gotta keep up with these chalupa sales. An accountant on Tex-Mex. That's what I like Irvine. I like what you guys got going on. Everything's curated. Everything. Your HOA is on point. No one's going wild with the painting of their houses. Everything's. We got it down to about 3 swatches. No one's hanging up basketball hoops. There's none of that here. You guys got a stiff HOA board out here. Manicured lawns. No one has a relative in an RV. None of that going on over here. I like that. You guys are running a tight ship. I appreciate that. Running a tight ship. Day before Thanksgiving, trying to have some fun, right? Before you got to sit down with the family. Yeah? I love Thanksgiving. It's the best one. It's a holiday. It's all about the food. No gifts. No gifts. You don't have to pretend to say thank you. You don't have to go, oh, how'd you guess? You know, none of that. You can just be like, more. Please feed me more. None of that. All you have to do is shut up. That's all you have to do is just smile. It's the best holiday. God, I love it. It's good to be here. I flew in from New York today. I flew in, into San Diego. Should have flown closer. Flew to San Diego, got a rental car, and I'm like, what have we done? I think I forgot how long that drive is. From San Diego to here is somewhere between an hour to 6 hours, depending on where everyone is headed on that certain holiday. Man, that drive north, everyone's headed south. Like it's, remember that movie The Day After Tomorrow where the world's ending? And everyone's just heading south, like, oh, it's freezing up here. And I'm like, I think we're going the wrong direction. The end of the world is coming from that away. We're hitting it head on. Yeah, flying at this time of year. It's the time of year where everyone that doesn't fly, flies. And it's so noticeable out there. You're like, what? Last week I got doused with a bottle of Dr. Pepper from a lady who was putting her bag on I had the aisle seat, and she was putting a bag on the overhead. And it's 5 in the morning. I'm like, why is it raining right now? And I look up, and there's a liter, but just... And I was like, I think you got a leak there. And she's like, oh no, my Dr. Pepper. You know? Man, drinking Dr. Pepper on a 5 a.m. flight, too. Like, I just looked at her, I'm like, man, I hope you didn't forget to lock your storage unit before you left this morning. You're drinking Dr. Pepper at 5 in the morning, you live in a storage unit. You have a YouTube channel about living in that storage unit. I like the chuckles in Irvine, because you guys have too much money to laugh too hard at that. You gotta laugh in between. Well, you know. That in-between chuckle. Doused me with Dr. Pepper. And then today, everyone on my flight was extremely elderly. There's nothing wrong with that. That's nice. That shows love. They were in their later years and people aren't coming to visit them, they're like, ship him in. Hey, should we go visit Grandpa? Half his body doesn't work. No, fly him out. We'll bump him up to economy. Like, you know how many old people I watched boarding the flight this morning? I was like, what? And there's one elderly man. I'm not making fun. I am, but I'm not. But it's from a place of love. Really, I'm mad at the family that owns this elderly person. What are you doing, shipping this old man across? Go visit him. He's elderly. He had to use the bathroom like 100 times, and each time he got up, and I'm like, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna. And each time, you ever watch someone go to the bathroom and then they close the door, and I'm like, yeah, but then what's going on in there? What's gonna happen then? Yeah. It's irresponsible. Go visit your family. Don't ship them out like they're an Amazon package, man. Go visit Grandpa in New York. He lives in New York. That's where you're gonna spend Christmas. You guys hushed. You're like, that was our grandfather. We shipped him out. I had a nice elderly woman behind me on the flight, and she didn't know how the touchscreen wasn't working for her in the headrest, so she just made sure to jack the hell out of that. That was a 5.5-hour flight, and I'm just over there like, it's the holidays. You have to let it go. It's Thanksgiving, you know? The Native Americans and the Pilgrims came together. They were able to set their differences aside. Come on, it's the holiday season. Pumpkin spice lattes. 5.5 hours, reminding myself not to yell. Wow. Now it feels like a meeting, all right? The head poobah is here. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with the next. Oh, wow, there's so many people. The fire marshal doesn't know about this. I didn't realize how many people were jammed on to the left. You're like, whoa, wow, okay. I hope nobody has to pee ever in that area. I like it. This is my first time here, the Attic Comedy Club, and I like it when comedy clubs have a name that's spot on. You know, there's no surprises. You're like, we're going to the attic. There will be stairs, all right? I hope no one showed up and went, stairs? Really? It should have been a dead giveaway. This is wonderful. This is my first, I don't know this neighborhood. It looks like you guys are trying to decide which way you're going to go with it. I don't know, you know? I'm not here to judge. I just did a couple laps. I'm like, yeah, okay, whoa, all right, yeah. It's very, you know? Like the mayor just kind of went, I don't know, man, whatever. Just do what you feel. So it's good. I've been to Columbus before. I think I did a show at a church. I think that's where it was, the Rivers Crossing Church, maybe. It's like a big-ass church, and that's not how it was advertised on Google. It's big. It was very big. I was surprised. And I think that was in Columbus, or just outside. But it's good. You guys are named after Christopher, probably? Maybe? I love that you don't know. I love that. You guys are like, are we? He just checked with his wife. He's like, are we? Is that... Is it Christopher? There's also a Philip, isn't there? Good old Philip Columbus. He's the first one to bring agriculture to Ohio. Good old Philip. I like Christopher. Wait, I forget how we feel about him. You guys ever do that? You ever remember someone from history and you're like, wait, did he get canceled after death? If you get canceled 500 years later, that's, you did your best. For what? If they didn't know for 500 years, and then they're like, wait a second. He was the guy that found out the earth was round, 500 years ago. And then up until 10 years ago, someone with a YouTube page was like, it's actually flat. I don't know if you guys know that. That's an argument now. There's people that are like, no, it's flat. And you're like, that's so, oh man, what an idiot Columbus is. How did he get over there? He went to the middle part. That's how. That's how. Anyway, it's very good to be here. I had a very weird day. I woke up I went to sleep at like midnight. I tried to go to sleep early because I had an early flight, but my wife's like, really? We're not going to watch TV? And I'm like, yeah, we're going to watch some TV. So we watched Only Murderers in the Building. Nice. Yeah, love that show. Love it. I just want to dress like Steve Martin. That's my only goal. Steve Martin in that. Do you know how he dresses? I love that show. I think that's the life goal of all of us in this room. We want to live in an apartment and not have a job. They don't have a job. I don't know what their jobs are on Only Murderers in the Building. Of just not murdering people. I guess they make enough money to do that. But Steve Martin looks so damn classy, and I'm like, I want a little piece of that. You know? Just the attire, not Steve Martin. And as soon as I said it, I was like, whoa, I'm coming in really hitting on Steve Martin. But so we stayed up late watching that, and then I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the airport. So I don't know if I really... Do you ever do that, where you go to sleep so late and wake up so early? You're like, I don't know if I even fell asleep. It was one of those where I think I just blinked too long. Was that a dream or a thought? I don't know. And that's what happened. The Lyft picked me up, and I went to the airport early because I got a new credit card that lets me into the lounge. So I go to the airport an hour early so I can get those free eggs. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting this credit card. And it's not even, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a lounge. It's fine. You know, I think the only good part is they don't let kids in there. Because, you know, no one wants to waste their free pass on a kid. So it's just no kids in there. But the food is just food you would get. It's free breakfast from like a hotel. You know, you ever stay at like a Fairfield Inn, and then you're like, whoa, how did they get those eggs that sweaty? It's a lot of that, but I feel like I'm being treated better because I have a purple credit card. And they're not allowed in here. So I went early, I got the sweaty eggs. And I hopped on my flight and got to Cleveland, and I didn't realize that that's not close. I do my own routing, and I have a show Sunday in in Sandusky, and then so I'm like, that's also not near? Wow, I really messed this whole thing up. My wife laughs at me so much because I'm so disorganized. She's like, wait, you're not going on no sleep, and do you have a long drive when you land? And I go, no, it's Columbus, Christopher and Cleveland, they know each other. They're right there. Don't worry about it. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, do you have everything set up? And I looked. No hotels booked. Nothing. That's who I am. And I'm just last second like, I need a place to stay in Columbus. And so then no sleep, hop in a rental car. And I just want a coffee, because I'm about to kill everybody on the highway. Because I know I'm one of those people. I won't just crash myself and be like, let's take that minivan out. So I just saw Starbucks on one of the freeway come off over here situations, and the advertisements. So I pulled over, got in there, and there's like a line. And when you're in public and you're like, people can tell that I haven't slept, and I'm just kind of waddling like this. Have you ever been intoxicated while not being intoxicated? Just kind of that. It was that lack of sleep that I was telling my order to myself in my head before it was my turn, so I wouldn't just go up there and go, huh. It was one of those. So I'm in my head going, you're going to get a bacon, egg, and Gouda sandwich, and you're going to get a sweet cream cold brew. That's what you're going to get. So I'm just standing there going, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And I know me, and I know my face was showing it to everybody else. So everyone's just standing there. I'm just looking. I was so ready. I had the order memorized in my head. I'm holding my credit card. That's how ready I am. I'm not going to dig around. That pair of shorts had a zipper on the pocket. I'm not messing around with it. I'm holding my credit card, going. And then it's my turn, and the lady behind the counter goes, ooh, are you paying with credit card? I'm like, uh-huh. And she goes, our system is down. You can only pay through the app or cash. And I went, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And she threw me for a loop with that, because I'm like, we didn't plan this, you know? And she just said, you can't, I don't, you know? And I just remember I paused for way too long. And then I finally said, I don't have either of those things. And she goes, I'm so sorry. And I went, okay. And then I waddled out of the Starbucks to go drive more. I had never been in a situation like that before, where it was so bizarre, because it was like, I felt like I was in no man's land, because it was like the most modern way to pay, like through an app, which I'm like, I don't have the Starbucks app, or like I'm buying heroin in an alley, just cash. And you're like, nothing with this? Venmo, PayPal, anything. I don't know. So that was that, and then I finally made it to the hotel, checked in. I slept from like 11 to 3. And then I got up, went to go work out, which was cool. Went to the old hotel gym and did a half hotel gym workout. And I don't know if you guys ever work out at a hotel, but when someone else comes into the hotel gym, that you just hate that person forever. You're like, what? You too? Like, there can't be two lonely people at this hotel, you know? And so there's another person there, and I'm like, I hate you. And afterwards, I went to go get a salad at the bistro. It's a Courtyard Marriott, you know, which I like the Courtyard Marriott because they have food there that you can buy, and they have a Mediterranean grain bowl. I stay at a lot of Marriotts. I know the menu. I don't even look. I don't have to do I'm like, Mediterranean grain bowl, chicken, please. And they gave it to me, and I went up to my room. They gave me a spoon and a knife. And I ate my salad with a spoon and a knife like a psychopath. Like I think that's how serial killers get ready for their evening's activities. They sit there and eat a salad with a spoon. Oh, I'm gonna kill someone good tonight, you know? And I was just, that's what today's been. That's what today's been. It's just been, you can't get a coffee, here's a spoon for your salad. And as soon as I got up here, I looked at the stairs. I'm like, that's right, the attic. All right, yeah. I like that. So good to be here. This is my first time at the lounge at the end of the universe. And yeah, we all came in, didn't we? That was an interesting trip down here. The whole thing was interesting. I drove over from the hotel, and I'm just following the directions. And then it's like, take a right on this street. And oh, you missed it. And you're like, all right. Oh, you mean that unlit street that looked like it was an entrance into a bank? Was that a street? All right. Don't worry, there's another street. It's called Jane Avenue or something. And it was just an alley. It was an alley that was named after a woman who the mayor divorced. I don't know who got to name Jane Alley. She's not getting a full street. She deserves an alley. And then I had to go down that, and then I ended up in a weird neighborhood. And then I took a right, and there was an abandoned office building. And then Siri's like, you have arrived at the lounge at the end of the universe. And I was like, yeah. That's where that belongs. In the basement of an office building. Only in comedy, you know? I like it, though. I like it. I don't want it to be all prim and proper. It adds to the excitement, right? Like, any minute, you feel like the real owners of this building are gonna bust through that door and go, what the hell is going on in here? You see one of the employees grab the register and haul ass out of here. And then we're like, we bought tickets. I don't know. Just point at me, we're here to see him. I thought, you know. Yeah, is that how it's done in Idaho? Everyone's just kind of run by the seat of your pants? I like it. I like Boise. I've been coming to Boise since 2012, maybe. So for a long time, but I haven't been here since 2018, and every time it just keeps growing. and growing. Like, there's so much. I drove to the downtown part, and there's a giant fun center. I don't know what that is. There's a bunch of stuff. You got a Whole Foods down there. Everything looks good. This neighborhood, not so much. But the other, over there? Oh, that is booming. Over here, we can all afford a house. But over there, those condos are high dollar. Someone came up to me last night like, this neighborhood is still burgeoning, is the word he used. And I was like, yeah, you can call it what you want, but we get it. I like that, you know? You gotta have a mix of everything. I had a good day. I went to Big City Coffee, got a big breakfast sandwich. That's my favorite place to go. And got a coffee. You like that Big City Coffee? Yeah, I'm a fan. I don't know who's talking to me, but somebody is. All right, wait, I was way off. I'm like, you? No. You? No. Way back there. All right. There you go. Me and that guy. We're at Big City Coffee. Everyone else is a Starbucks sellout in here. You just nodded. Yeah, we are. I got the app. I don't know. I get points. Don't get me wrong. I like a good Starbucks. I like it. Those little egg things that they pop in the microwave and you just chow those down. I am into that. The shaken oat espresso latte. I just like saying that out loud. I'll have the shaken oat. Their drink names are so long, you ever give up halfway through? Because you're like, you get it. You're like, what else could it turn into? You know? It's not like I'm going to say, can I get the brown sugar, shaken oat, espresso, oatmeal? Could I get that? You're like, no, you meant what you meant. I like it. I didn't do much. Got a coffee today, worked out at the gym, and just paid attention to the news. That's what I do. I try to pay attention to the news. Someone made a noise. They went, oh, don't pay attention to the news. That's what I try to do, because I'm trying to know when is the end of the world. Is it today? You never know. I think World War III right around the corner, and I just want to know when to get ready. You know, I don't even know what I would do to get ready. I guess, like if I got an alert on my phone today, World War III has started, I'd be like, well, I guess we're staying in the hotel. They're not going to hit the Spring Hill Inn and Suites, you know? But you say get some Uber Eats? Is that what you said? Yeah, let's risk that guy's life some more. That poor guy not getting enough of this money. Yeah, why don't you bring me a sandwich? We're hunkering down for the World War. It's already kind of kicked off. I don't know if you guys know, but we're at war with the Houthis. I don't know if you keep track. There's a group called the Houthis, and we're fighting them. Let me tell you what. And I got to tell you, that's the most adorable sounding enemy that we've ever had. I've said the name 3 times, and each time I smile a little at the end. It's impossible to say, the Houthis. I feel so bad for them, because I'm sure they, like, in their language, that means something badass, but, you know, like, our soldiers have to go fight those guys. Like, there's some colonel trying to pump up the troops. All right, fellas, get out there and get those Houthis. You know? No, this is serious, you guys. Get out there. This is no laughing matter. Get those Houthis. And I don't know if you guys know why we're fighting them, but I looked into it. Apparently there's cargo ships coming from China, and they go through the Red Sea and to eventually come to the United States. And these Houthis they're shooting at the cargo ships. So our military is over there shooting back at them because they're getting bullet holes in our Amazon packages. That's essentially what that war is. It's pretty much what it is. Our military is fighting the international porch pirates that are the Houthis. And it just shows you how big the world really is, right? Like, we're all the way over here, just like, where the hell are my sweatpants? You know? And thousands and thousands of miles away, it's just, you know? And we're over here like, Amazon Prime my ass, dude. Where are my sweatpants? We're very lucky, you know? So yeah. I try to keep up with all the news. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with it because I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to do. So I just go work out. I just try to keep to myself. I'm like, oh, the world's ending. I guess I'll go to the gym. Just try to get abs. I don't know. So I'm being bullied by that actor, that Jeremy Allen White. You know that guy? He's in that show The Bear. And he's in the new movie, The Iron Claw, which is a pro wrestling movie. And he's also in a new ad for Calvin Klein. And they won't stop showing me that guy's nuts. And I get what women feel when they're like being sent unsolicited dick pics. That's what Jeremy Allen White is doing to me. Everywhere I go, there he is. I'm like, leave me alone, you know? I've changed my number. This guy's just there. I was reading something I was scrolling an article trying to learn about the Houthis. And I'm scrolling through, and then he's just over there eating an apple. And I'm like, get out of my life, man. God, I hate him. I hate him because he's like, this is why I hate in-shape celebrities, because they always do like a shirtless photo where they're sitting down. And I'm like, that's how you know you're in great shape, when you'll take your shirt off and sit down, you know? Like, I'll take my shirt off, but we're standing up the entire time. My body's all right if we're vertical. Vertical, everything's all right. I sit down, it starts looking like a layered truffle cake in here. You can start like, oh, that's the tit layer, all right. That's the rib fat layer, there's the belly layer. And I'm just trying to read the news, and there he is, just hunched over, no fat on him, eating an apple, with his bulge staring at me. And I'm like, get out of here. You know for a fact he can't swallow that apple. You know his trainer's off to the side going, don't swallow the apple! You can't handle the sugar content! Get out of my life, man. It's so hard. I just want to be in good shape just so I can fit in the seats on the flights, you know? Because that's what I do for a living. I want to fit in. Because honestly, I don't fit in anywhere. Like, there's too much, like, the in-shape community for men. I don't know what's happened to masculinity the last few years, but we've gone way, you know how everyone's like far right, far left? We've done that with men. Like, masculinity's far, everyone's like, yeah, I'm an alpha, dude. Do you have any idea how many alphas are out there? Every dude that's ever seen a kettlebell, I'm an alpha. It's like, do you know anything about wolves? There's only one alpha. And it's Joe Rogan. It's not you. He's your alpha. And you say what he says. Oh, the other day I was thinking, were you? Or are you just listening and repeating? I'm an alpha. No, Joe Rogan's your alpha. He feeds you supplements like a baby bird. He gives you things to say, and like a baby, like, more Joe Rogan. Nom, 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 nom. And you walk around, I'm the alpha there. It's ridiculous. And I want to work out, but I don't want to be in that group. You know? And the other side is just like a bunch of dudes that live like Dungeons and Dragons or something. And you're like, is there something in the middle, you know? Is there something between board games and steroids, you know? It's just like a regular person. I just want that. That's all I want. I got pretty animated over there. That's how I feel. I don't know. It's been a good mix. I've been very lucky. I'm very happy you guys are coming out. People coming out to see me, that's still new to me. You know, no, it is. Like the last few years, people have been coming out. Like this weekend, we sold out 3 of the 4 shows, and that's more than I could ever ask for. Thank you, you guys. But I don't want you to think that I've been doing comedy. This is my 18th year in comedy, and it's only been the last couple of years that it's been like this. So for most of the time, it's been a lot of like, oh, all right. You know? Like I remember the first time I headlined a comedy club. I was so pumped. It was in Colorado Springs, and they picked me up at the hotel, and they had to buy a bunch of pizzas to give away for free. And they didn't tell me anything. This guy just picked me up, and he's like, we got to go pick up some pizzas. And I was like, all right. And he goes in, I'm sitting in the car, he comes out with the biggest stack of pizzas I've ever seen, and he just lays them right on my lap. And it's high, too. I can't even see out the window. It's just pizzas up to there. And they're hot, they're burning my thighs. These are some fresh pies. And I look over at him, I go, what's up with all the pizzas? And he's like, ticket sales are light. So I made a Facebook post that said free pizza for anyone who comes to the show. And I'm like, oh, how much were the tickets? And he goes, $2. And I don't even know why I asked that. Like, it should have been painful enough that we're giving away pizzas. But that's how much of a masochist I am. I'm like, I need to be hurt more. How much are the tickets? You know what the saddest part was? Not that many more people showed up. Wait, like 17 people showed up for the first show, and I took all my slices back to the hotel. All my failure slices went back to the hotel, and I just took all pieces. Yeah, but no, so things are better now, and it's exciting. Like people come up to me, like they know my jokes and they watch my stuff, and I'm like, whoa. And sometimes people say serious stuff too. Most times people just go, I like a comedy, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And every once in a while, some people will get serious, like, man, your comedy has helped me through a really hard time. And I'm like, all right. I never know what to say to that, because they're being very heartfelt, but I just want to go, I'm glad, And then, like, it's so hard to respond, because like I know I have my ugly sides too. Like everyone, you see what you see on stage, but I'm a human being. I have a selfish side. I have a narcissistic side. Just like most people. Like this is a narcissistic activity. What I'm doing right now. This is like you guys this is like a house party, and you guys are trying to get to the dip, and I'm just in the way. And I'm like, yeah, 1 second, but I got a couple things I want to say. And you're just like, where is the dip? Like, that's what comedy is. This is an arrogant, narcissistic thing to want people to listen to you, but they don't get to talk. Only me. It's me, just the only one. And I have that narcissistic side. Like one time, I had an audience member come up to me, and they said this, like, I was battling depression, and I was close to ending it all. And I watched your comedy, and I ended up not doing it. And I was like, what the hell do you say to that? It's humbling. I was like, I'm so glad you're here. That's what I ended up saying. I'm so glad you're here. That's all I could come up with. But there is this narcissistic side of me that wanted to ask, like, which joke? Like, which joke specifically where you're like, I'm going to see what tomorrow's got going on. And that's not a good thing, but, I'm trying to be honest with myself. So, yeah. But yeah, so good to be here. Christmas weekend, La Jolla. Yeah. I want to know, I'm very curious, who are the local La Jollans? Clap it up. Okay, couple. Wow, all right. We really all snuck in, didn't we? I like that. I always think more locals come down here, but they're probably like at some secret party, Mick Jagger's playing an acoustic set in a wine cellar somewhere. That's probably what they're doing. They're not coming down the hill, I always feel weird coming up to La Jolla because I grew up in the trailer park, so I always feel like, it feels right and wrong at the same time, I have this feeling, I'm like, well, don't park right in front, park it around the side and sneak in. I drive a Honda Fit, like it's just gonna look like someone's housekeeper stuck around. I wanna feel like a local, But I like it. It's Christmas. It's going to be a good Christmas because we don't, I love it, but we don't have any young people in my family anymore, so no one tries anymore. Like I called my mom. I have a tiny Hungarian mother. I'm like, you want to hang out on Sunday? And she's like, Christmas? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we should all hang out. She goes, okay, but I don't have a tree. And I'm like, we don't need a tree. And she's like, good. I don't even think she's cooking anything. Like, I think she's just going to treat it like a Sunday. I think that's when I think I'm going to show up and there's going to be Panda Express on the table. And she goes, double order orange chicken, correct? Mama knows, That's who my mom is. No longer celebrates it. I like it. My fiance and I, Emma, we decided not to do gifts this year, like fancy gifts. We decided to just give each other what we need, you know. And I didn't need anything, and she needed a root canal, so that's what we ended up doing. And which is a better gift. I'd rather pay for that, you know. Because last year I bought jewelry. I bought her a nice necklace. I think the year before with some earrings or a bracelet or something. And I like stuff that you need, you know. And you know what? There is nothing more beautiful than all of your teeth. You could have all the diamonds on the world all over your body, but if you're missing just one tooth, you're like, that person stole those diamonds. you gotta have all of them, man. Yeah, because if you're missing one tooth, you might as well be missing all of them. Even if you go out, you're like, no, it's the one on the side, no one sees, but we see eventually. It's a big reveal. I remember one time I was talking to someone and I was on this side of him and I didn't see he was missing one of these. And we talked for like an hour. And he was like an interesting guy. We talked about a lot of interesting stuff and then he turned and I saw he was missing a tooth. And I was like, I don't believe anything he just said. I think I was just talking to one of those conspiracy theorists. You need all your teeth, man. It's important. Good chompers. Yeah, it's good. It's been a good couple weeks of comedy. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago. Dave Chappelle did a show in an arena in San Francisco, and Elon Musk joined him on stage. And I just want to let you know, I don't want to disappoint anyone, but that won't be happening. And if that does happen, we will both be very surprised. Oh my God. What an amazing man. That's his face. Isn't that weird? Richest man in the world, and that's what they gave him. Keep your face, you guys. Don't mess around. Because he has all the money, and that's what they gave him. And also, don't feel bad. I can't punch any higher than Elon Musk, okay? I'm not punching down. He is doing great. He's on top of the world. You know, he's doing good. We're kind of all trying to decide where we're going. You know, California seems to be splitting up into two groups, and we got to choose who we're going to be. You know? There's only two groups that are growing. We got to choose. Are we going to be homeless or billionaires? And my friends and I, we talk about it. Like, I definitely know which group I'd like to be in. But I know which one's more likely. It's hard. I've been thinking a lot about homeless people and billionaires. They're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same. If you take away like the money and the fancy, they're the same person. We even look at them the same, you know? Like neither group has a lot of friends. Generally, we look down on them, you know? And if we do feel bad for like a second, we think about it, we're like, no, they chose this, you know? And they all say the same things. They all say the same wild stuff. I can control the weather, you know? I'm gonna buy Twitter. I'm like, that's... Is that a billionaire or some guy outside of Starbucks just yelling that into the street? It's the same guy. Congrats to the local La Jollans that live here. You guys did it. Congrats. You did, or someone with your last name? Someone did it. It was excellent. I grew up in the trailer park, so I'm a little bitter, you know? Not too much, but just enough. Like, you ever meet someone who, like, you ever think of, like, those trust fund babies that don't have to work? And they're just on a yacht somewhere, doing cocaine with strippers. And you're like, why? And it's like, oh, me? Oh, my great-grandfather invented the zipper or something. So now for generations, we're just doing okay. I actually looked up the zipper. Did you know some guy invented that? We weren't just born with the zipper. Someone came up with that. It's like an invention that's been around forever. I was looking at the zipper because I had taken an edible, and you ever get on the wrong side of an edible and you're like, am I reading the Wikipedia page for the zipper? I was. The zipper was invented by some guy, and then some other guy weaseled in and took 50%. But I saw the schematics that they sent to the patent office, like what they sent for the zipper. And have you ever looked at an invention from like 100 years ago, and then you're looking at it, but you're like, man, if you put a gun to my head, I couldn't recreate that. That's why I was like looking at the zipper, like it made sense, but it didn't. It just comes together. It was like I was looking into a lava lamp, and I'm like, where did that one come from? You know, like how did... It's just blown away. And it was an arrogant invention. We didn't need the zipper. We had buttons. Buttons were doing great. They were doing awesome. Until one guy's like, nah, my penis is going to fall out of there. I need something more sturdy. It's not as arrogant as the scarf. The scarf might be the most arrogant piece of clothing they have. The scarf, like there's no... I bought a scarf for the first time last year because I was going to do a show in Chicago and it was freezing and my fiance's like, you're going to need a scarf. So I ordered one off Amazon, it showed up, and I didn't know there's so many ways to fold a scarf. I thought you just put it on and waft it and go about your business, right? And the back whips in the wind like the Red Baron, and... That's how you wear a scarf. And I found out that's not how you wear a scarf. And she told me there's all these different ways to fold it. You like put it in and then it comes out. And I realized there's no way to wear a scarf without it just looking like your father owns all the railroads. Like, this is highfalutin. Too much.
Hey, how's it going? We're here. It's Sunday night. It's happening. Look at us. It feels like a Sunday, doesn't it? You can just tell the sun is still out. I can feel it. You guys just came from your backyards. And you're like, I guess we better get dressed. You're like, what time is it? Show starts at 6. Man, all right. I just woke up. Well, here we are. I love it. Funny Bone. We're at the mall. This is where it's going down. This is where all the funny bones are. They're at the mall. I love it. This is America. You know, like, if you had to describe America in 3 images, it's like bald eagle, pickup truck, comedy club at the mall. Like, that's... I don't know how they do it in the rest of the world, but that's how we do it here in the States. I love it. Hello to everyone way up high. That seems a little overkill. Good Lord, that's up there. Did they have to make it that high? What? Was this always a comedy club? This used to be one of those like indoor skydiving places that they're like, oh, they went out of business. We got to refurbish. Hello. I'll make sure to perform big so you can see me. So nice to be here. I know we're not in Cincinnati. We're in Liberty Township, which, I gotta be honest, sounds like a gated community. That sounds like all are not welcome. I will say that. Is your name on the list? Well, you're not seeing Bill. All right? Get on out of here with your shanty car. And I don't know. This is my first time here, but I thought I was going to Cincinnati. And they kept calling it Liberty Township, and I'm like, that's fine. Yeah, it's the suburb of. And then I got here, and I looked up, because tomorrow morning I have like a 5 a.m. flight out of the Cincinnati one. And then I looked at the map, and I'm like, I am not in Cincinnati. That is almost an hour drive I have tomorrow. Wow, I picked a hell of a flight, didn't I? I got to wake up at 3 a.m. Thank God the show's at 6. All right. I gotta take my melatonin gummy at 9, and I gotta be unconscious. Oh man, you know, I had a good day. I was talking to your host in the green room, and she was like, "Where are you coming in from?" And it took 5 seconds. I was like, and I was just there for 3 days straight, and I'm like, and I looked to her for help, and she's like, I don't know where you came from. And I was like, Fort Wayne. That's where I was, Fort Wayne. Have you been? Are you from?
I got tickets to see you in Fort Wayne and here.
And, you saw me over there? And here? Oh, no, you didn't see me over there. This was, okay. So wow. That is a very mature decision. I like that.
I've never done that where I bought a ticket to a concert somewhere over there, and you're like, dying, they're coming closer. I'll do this. I'm glad that worked out. I'm really glad. I don't know if you guys have been to Fort Wayne, but I just spent 3 days there, and I'm going to talk about it for a little bit. I know it's 3 hours away because I just drove it. Not a lot of interstate between here and there. Just a 2-lane road and corn. And just a lot of people driving real close, but they won't pass you. That's what I had. I had someone just driving real close, and I'm like, just go ahead and pass. I even moved over a little. Come on around. He's like, no, this is where I like it. I just want you to see my eyes through your rearview mirror. It got to the point where I'm like, is he following me from Fort Wayne? Like, is this... But yeah, Fort Wayne's interesting. It's not a big town. It's very small. A lot of churches, even more strip clubs, which is off-putting. It's a noticeable amount. Like when I landed a Wednesday night, super late. I'm driving from the airport to the hotel, no freeway. I'm going down a neighborhood street to get to the downtown from the airport. I'm like, and I could tell tomorrow's trash day. That's how much of a neighborhood. Everyone had their cans out. I'm like, tomorrow's trash day. And I got to an intersection and it said Showgirls 3. And I saw that and I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, why can't they have one? You know? And apparently they have 3 girls working at that one. And that's all I thought about it. And the next day I got a tour of Sweetwater, which is like a giant guitar. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Have you been there? What's that? All right, dude. That is a long drive and nothing to get to that playa. That's a guitar fan right there. If you don't know what Sweetwater is, it's like an Amazon distribution center for instruments. It's all guitar. It's huge. It's awesome. Did you go down the slide? Yeah. Oh, dude. It's open to the pub. Obviously, open to the. They let us in. But they have all this cool stuff that's also for the employees. Like they have a doctor in there for them. They got a salon. They got a full restaurant. And it's for the employees, and it's also open to the public. And they have a slide that goes from the second deck. It's like this. Like imagine if there was a slide that just dropped. That's what they had. And when I showed up, there was the guy who gave me the tour. He saw me eyeballing the slide. And he's like, you can go down the slide if you want. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, go for it. And it felt weird because there's one little girl who just kept doing the slide. And it just didn't, I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, nah, we all go do it. So I went up there and did it. I don't know if you've been on a slide recently, but you'll turn into an 8-year-old like that. Like at the top, you're like, this is dumb. I shouldn't do this. And then it's just, whee! Like it comes right out of you. You're like, I'm 8 again. Whee! And I came down. And then you get shot at the bottom, and you're in a cafeteria. Like that's... So it's weird because you get shot out, and I just came off the slide energy, and then you're just there, and people are just eating chicken. And then you come off like, all right. It's like a weird... But I enjoyed it. I love Sweetwater. But on the way to Sweetwater, I was at an intersection, and I saw Showgirls 1, and I was like, oh, it's a franchise. I didn't know it was a chain, And then on the other side, it was like Belinda's Exotic Dancer, and I was like, what? This is too many. Because I'm like, how many people are in this town? And I Googled it, and it was less than 300,000. It's like 260,000 people. And they have too many churches and too many strip clubs. It feels like it's a battle for the town. All right? That's what it feels like. It feels like the church is like, get in here, we can get you into heaven. And the strip clubs are like, oh, come on, hell ain't that bad. And I told the townspeople this. I told them this. I was like, there's only 260,000 people in this town, and there's so many churches, so many strip clubs. Some of you are going to both, all right? It doesn't make sense for both of these to exist without some of you double dipping, all right? Some of you are double dipping. And it made me wonder if anyone ever walked into the wrong building like they were dressed for the other one, but they showed up. Show up with a suit and tie in the Bible, and you're like, oh dear, I went into the wrong one. It's like the gif of Abe Simpson going in. Remember that? And he sees Bart, and you're like, oh, and there's my hat, and I'm out of here. But I had a good time. It was I had a really eventful weekend. I called 911 this weekend. I was a part of I'm okay. I was adjacent to an emergency. They put me in a nice hotel that had valet parking, so you have to wait. And so I was waiting for my car with the valet driver. The other guy was getting the car, and like a lady fell, like an elderly lady fell, and she hit her head. So everyone ran over, and then I ran over too. And you ever run to like an emergency? And then you get there and you're like, what the hell did I come over here for? You ever get, because I got there and I realized I have no skills. I don't have EMS training. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Am I supposed to lift her legs? Why am I here? I just joined the other people and we just did this to this sweet lady who's just like, I have fallen. And we're like, yep, you are down there, aren't you? And so I very quickly realized I don't know anything, and then I'm like, you should do something. I'm like, I'll call the ambulance. And so I pull out and I call 911, and while I'm calling, I'm like, I don't think I've ever done this before. It was kind of exciting. And I don't know if you guys have ever called 911, but I didn't know this. They don't pick up right away. I don't know, I had like a solid 8 to 10 rings before someone picked up. You guys don't seem shocked by this. Like, do you call 911 a lot? Like, it rang so much that I remember I looked to make sure I dialed the right number. I was like, did I hit 2 9s or something? How is it still because the people around the lady are looking at me like, are you calling? I'm like, they haven't picked up. I'm like, oh, we picked the wrong guy for the phone, you know? And it was like 10. I thought they would like half a ring, and someone would be like, "Yeah, what?" You know, like a jealous spouse. Where are you? Like just that. That's what I was expecting. Half a ring. Where have you been? You know. And it wasn't. It was like 10 rings, and then just a very calm person, just like, "Hey," and I'm like, "No, we need an ambulance." And I filled them in on what happened, and then they keep asking you more questions. I thought it'd be done. I'm like, I gave you the address. I told you, send it, you know? And they're like, oh, well, I need more information. How old is the woman? And I'm like, you can't I gotta just guess her age out loud in front of everybody? And because I remember I was looking, and I'm like, I can't go with my first guess, but I also don't want to be wrong, you know? I can't go, I don't know, 100? Like, I can't. You can't do that. Why don't I guess her weight while I'm at it? You want me to do that? I'm going to guess wrong twice. This lady's going to nip up to her feet and beat me up in front of everybody. She's fine. Never mind. I guessed the age wrong. But then they're like, all right, we're sending an ambulance. And then they didn't like hang up or say, see you later. They just kind of just stopped talking to me. So then I'm over there like, hello? And there's just no one there. There's no dial tone. It's like I'm still on the call, but they're just like, hello? Hello? And then people around me are like, are they coming? And I'm like, I think so. I think I did it. And then while we're waiting, my car shows up. Like the valet driver brought my car. And I had to go. Like, I had to go do my show. I don't know if you've ever left an emergency before, but it's awkward. I'm like, I gotta go. See you later. And I waved to the people. I have to go, like, I don't know how you politely leave an emergency. And I just remember being in the car going, I don't know if I handled that right. I don't know. But it was she's better. The family was staying at the hotel, so I got the 411. She's doing all right. I know you guys were worried. I know some of you are like, wow, he makes up such tall tales. This is a true story that happened to me. I just want to be better, you know? I also want to be happy for people. When do you mature to that level where you can just be happy for someone? You just watch someone be happy and successful and you're like, yeah, but you mean it? When does that happen? Because I fake it all the time. Whoa! You won again! Wow! Look at you keep winning, you know? It's just hard. I want to change that about me. I actively try to fight it. Like, what happened? Taylor Swift got engaged to Travis Kelce. Yeah, and I saw it on my phone, and my initial tongue was... And why? Why? Those people never did anything to me. All they did was find love with another person. They found someone to match with, and they're like, "Will you be my partner for life?" And then they posted their, and I'm like, ugh. Ugh. What an awful. I don't think Taylor Swift has ever done anything to anybody. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know her stuff, but like she's so famous that if she was ever mean to anyone, it would be a huge story. And it's never come out. I think she just might be a nice person that likes to come out and play a guitar and go, "Hey, this is a song." You know her stuff. You know, it's just, hey. You know, and Travis Kelce. I like his brother better. Like he has if you don't know, he has another brother, and he seems more likable. I don't know. He just seems more down to earth, just like a nice guy, whatever. They have a podcast. And Travis Kelce just seems like he bumped his coach. Remember that Super Bowl? He chest bumped Andy Reid's 108, and he chest bumped. For all I know, Travis Kelce's the one that knocked over that old lady in Fort Wayne. I don't know. I looked after the fact. But to me, Travis Kelce's a little bit of a, you know, and here comes Taylor Swift. And I'm like, but why can't they have happiness? Why can't I be happy for them? It's because they're doing better than me. All right? It's because they're both doing better than me, and I'm tired of it. All right? But I want them to be happy. People are like, "Oh, I can't wait for them to break up. Can you imagine the songs?" And it's like, I look forward to her music if they just stay together. Just to how those change. My parents are coming over Saturday. Keep your day free. Sorry, I had to say that stuff. That response was the right response. That was an awful joke. That's the only song of hers I know, but it's catchy. But who knows? Maybe she'll fix him, you know? Maybe with the nice songs like "Don't Hit the Elderly," and then he'll change. Or it'll be the other way, she'll go to the dark, you know? Like the end of Grease or something. Remember that? Remember the end of Grease? He shows up all preppy, and she'll just be like Olivia Newton-John, just in black leather. Either way, we should be interested to see how it all pans out. Thank you. Some of those people, you're enjoying that. Some people are eating cheeseburgers. I love it. Comedy at the mall. I'm going to go to the arcade after this and see a movie. I love it. But yeah, I'm trying. I just want to be, I'm ready to be, I think I got to mature, you know? I want to get better control of my emotions. That's an adult move where you can be in control of your emotions. I don't know how to do it. I either confrontations, I either don't react or I overreact. I'm never in the right amount of react. You know? I'm either huh? Or I'm I'll murder your family. I don't know how to do the in-between one. And that's important. That's really important. I've had 2 examples of situations where I've gone different directions. Most recently, I blew up. We were in San Diego. My wife was driving. We were downtown. We were going to our favorite coffee shop. And parking's tough down there. But she found a spot. There's an open spot. There's a car parked here, and there's an open spot. So she swooped in. As soon as she swooped in, this car started honking at her. And another car pulled up, and they both started honking. And my wife's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "We're about to kill some people. That's what's going on." And I was getting all prepped. She's like, "Calm down." I'm like, "I will not calm down. This is war." And you know what got me is they're horning at you, which is already for men. You're like, "Well, get your battle shield on. We're about to. The police are coming." And what really got me is I looked in the rear view with the horning, and the second car was a white Cadillac. And the reason that bothers me is because I grew up poor in the trailer park, and I'm not poor anymore, but that's my insecurity. I feel like people could smell it on me. So I just remember they're horning, and I saw the Cadillac, and I'm like, "I'm not poor anymore." And my wife was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Let's go." And she's like, "Why don't you calm down?" And I remember the guy came up to yell, and she rolled the window down. I'm like, "I'll kill your family." And she's like, hey! And apparently what this car behind us was trying to do, this car was trying to save his spot and that open spot for the Cadillac, which you can't do that. What fantasy world do you live in? Downtown in a major city? You can't do that. And then, so my wife just played dumb. My wife's like, what's going on? And the guy's like, I was trying to, that spot, I was gonna, and she's like, but you were stopped. And he's like, yeah, but the spot was gonna be for that car. And he's like, oh, so you were trying to save this spot for your friend? Like this is a high school cafeteria? And you should have seen that guy's face drop, and he went, he walked up, and I'm like, yeah, that was a lot better than my plan. That was, I thought, that's so much better. I don't know. Have you been there? You grew up there. All right, nice. I don't know when the last time you were back there, but we have, at our beaches, we have tsunami evacuation route signs. There are signs that tell people which way to run in case there's a tsunami. All it is a sign about this big. It's 2 feet by 2 feet. It's blue, and it says, tsunami evacuation route. And it's just an arrow that points inland. That's it. That's the entire sign. That is our tax dollars going to work in San Diego. I don't know who that sign's for. Who's that for? I know we get a lot of tourists in San Diego, but if you're a human being with natural human-like fears, and you see something big, wet, and mean coming this way, and you don't know that you should probably turn around and start hauling it the other way, then you know what? We as a society, we don't need you. We don't need that person. That was a good deal all around. We don't need that guy voting or filling out the census. No, this is perfect. I just can't imagine that person standing in the sand looking at the water, seeing this big wall of water, just going, oh. I am befuddled. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna stand in a doorway. You better stop, drop, and roll, honey. We're gonna get through this. I like it, man. This is good Bakersfield energy. Got some people here look like they just got out of work. Like, hey, you guys are doing shit. Yeah, right? Is that your energy? You're like, yeah, I did just get out of work. I'm sorry, it's Friday, you know? I would have came here on Saturday, but it didn't work out that way. And this feels like you guys had a long 40 hours. Work, I feel that energy right now. I get it. I understand. What do you do for work? You look like you do something serious. You're in high school. All right. Well, it looks like it's rough out there. I'll say that. High school's tough. I get it. Man, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry. It's because of the, you know? I thought you were already on your second divorce. I thought you had kids going on at home. I didn't know. I apologize. It's a good thing. It's good to look more mature. You look more mature. I would like give you the keys to my car. Be like, can you park? Like that's a responsible person right there. He has a mortgage. He's trying to make sure to pay. It's been a long 18 years. I like. What's your name, man? Tyler. Make it loud for Tyler. He's in high school. So good to be here. Wow, that's a hot start to the show. Just came out, first person I talked to, completely insulted. I apologize so much. That is not my style of comedy. That's not what I do. I don't come out and go, did you ever notice this about yourself? You know? And I know that's hot right now. That's really hot right now in comedy. It's not really what I do. I try to just give compliments. Are you going to be okay? Are you going to be all right? I just saw you holding your temples. I'm like, wow. This, I like it. It's a lot of speakers for comedy, isn't it? So, you know, after this, we got a Motley Crue cover band coming up here, and don't be more excited for that than me. I made that up. That's not going to happen. You're getting me. Hot start, man. We just drove in today. Me and Rui, who you just saw, we came in last night. We had a show in San Francisco, and then we made that drive here. I don't know if you've ever made that drive, but good Lord. Yeah, that's the closest I've ever been to suicide. That is a long drive. Oh my God. And nothing in between. Nothing. You're like, as soon as you leave, you're like, get ready for this. It's straight and sad. Are you ready for no turns and sadness? Are you ready for that? Just 4.5 hours. Just, yep, there it is. And people trying to pass you? For what? Oh, is your exit next? Are you? Is that what it is? You live in this field of nothing? Is that? What are you passing me for? We should all be pegged at 80, and that should be it. What are you late for work? Calm down. It's us and a bunch of truckers. That's all it is. You're late on the laugh. I like it. I like it. Everyone's a little off in this room. Everyone... A lot of people, I feel it. Some of you get a check in the mail. I like it. Some people get a check in the mail to hang out. It's good. I'm looking at your faces. There's still some I got to win over. I can tell. We're doing our best out there. It's hard. We got 2 cats out there in New York. We got a couple cats. Yeah, Jessica lives with my ex-wife. I'm sorry to say. Sorry, I just made everybody sad. All right. And by everybody, I mean these 4 people and those people just staring at me going, we don't care about your cats. And I like that mixture. I love Jessica too. She's doing wonderful. She's still chubby and unhealthy, and she still eats whatever she wants. She lives at my ex-wife's house. You want me to say Jessica? Is that what you want? There it is. All right. I like that. Thank you. Okay. That was the most uncomfortable thing I think I've ever had happen. I don't know if you ever had someone down there. I want you to say Jessica. Jessica. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm not a part of this. I apologize. You're a good dude. What grade are you in high school? You're a junior in high school. You got one more, and then hell yeah. All right. Do you know what you're doing after high school? What's your plan?
Game warden.
Game warden?
Fishing game.
Fishing game? I know what that is. Whoa, dude. I'm telling you, I wasn't wrong. You got the heart and soul of a 45-year-old man. I like it, though. Thank you. Thank you for being out there and gaming and warding. Yeah? We need that. We need more young people involved in fish and game. I'm sure that was a program they had in middle school where they're like, who's interested in fish and game? And everyone's like, no. And he's like, actually, I want that hat.
I have no idea how serious you are about that.
I felt like everything I've said, he's like, yeah, absolutely. I can feel it.
35 at 17.
I love it. That's good. It's good to be an old soul. I was like that too. Now it's kind of leveled out, where I'm still an old soul, but I still don't own a house, so it's weird. It's weird to be an old soul and a renter, where you're like, the landlord should fix that. Should get in here. That faucet's a little loose. That's good. I'm happy for you. Do some fishing and gaming and warding. He's an 18-year-old snitch?
Yeah.
That's a weird... All right, I don't know why... Listen, we're all on your side. Everything's fine. We clearly get what happened. You grew up a wild child at 18, and you ended up with the kid that's like, I'm following all the rules. Because every kid rebels against their parents. That's normal. So if you got a parent that was like, woo, where's the party at? You're like, I'm studying. I got to wake up tomorrow. You were partying. You had young Sheldon at home, is what you had. Fish and game version. Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody. Hey, we're here. What's up? Late night, indie, the excitement. I know. Party Town, USA. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everyone's like, I'm looking to stay up till about 11. Where should I go? There's a beautiful place called Indianapolis. So many letters. Just call it Indy. So beautiful to be here. Thank you for hanging out with us late night. It is wonderful. This is my first time spending a full weekend in your town. I've always done one show, and you guys have been like, get the hell out of here. You don't sell enough tickets to hang out for an entire weekend. So I never got to know Indy, and then now I'm here for a weekend. I came in late Wednesday night. I've been here since Wednesday night. I still don't know what's going on. But whatever you guys are into, I don't think you keep it downtown. That's what it feels like. I've never used this word to describe a town. Drab, I think. Just this part. Just this like, this part. And maybe you're keeping it somewhere. You're like, hey, I want outsiders to stay downtown and be like, I'm not moving here. And we're going to keep our fun stuff just outside of town. That'll be our little fun secret. And when people come in, just act dumbfounded and go, what? What? You don't like Panera? What? You don't like Panera? What's wrong with Panera? You don't like Chipotle? You don't like a Punch Bowl Social? You don't like a Dave & Buster's? What's wrong? It's wonderful. It's so good to be here. I'm going to find out. Brad and I are going on a hunt tomorrow. We're going to find it. Whatever you guys are hiding, we're going to find it. We're going to find it, and we're going to tell everybody. And this place is going to turn into Nashville, where everyone's going to move out here, and you're going to like, oh, those damn comedians let the big fun cat out of the bag. They're going to let everyone know it's over at Liberty Fountain or whatever. Is that did I say that right? Liberty? Yeah, that's the neighborhood. That looked like stuff was going on there. Some thrift stores, someone where like a kid with like an old shirt judges you as you walk in. Don't you love a good thrift store? You walk in, there's just some like 20-year-old trying to figure life out with like a shirt from your era. And then you're like, oh, I was alive when that was a thing. And you're like, I'm about to kill a child. I'm about to kill a child. How dare he judge me? I came in to look at your wares. Anyway, but yeah, as far as downtown goes, this painting does not describe it well. This is not what I see out there, all right? I don't know what kind of psychedelic drugs you have to do to go outside and see this, but I ain't seeing it. It's a lot of statues, just a lot of old men just... Woo! You want to go drink next to the old statue? Do we still make statues, like, of new people? Or is it'd be weird, right? Like, if they made a new, someone who's still alive, just... Oh, you guys have a paid man? Well, that guy deserves it. He did a lot of stuff. Sports doesn't count, because sports statues are fun. Especially, do they have them doing something? Do they have them, like, or just, Omaha, like something? Like, he's doing something. That's my least favorite part of all this. They never have him doing anything. They had George Washington. That guy did so much. They could have put him on the boat going across the Potomac doing this little thing. He's like, just stand there. And I'm like, ah, damn it. What if they made a model like that until they whipped it together? He just stood there. Like, can't you just, like, remember what I look like? No, stand still. I gotta paper mache this together. But yeah, I don't know a lot about your town. I was trying to figure out Hoosier, because I didn't know what a Hoosier was. So I asked the audience on Thursday, and no one knew. No one knew. This is what it sounded like. I was like, what's a Hoosier mean? And then everyone stayed quiet except for 5 people kind of went, That's all the answers I got. And then one brave person in the back says, it stands for who's there. And I said, what? And he's like, yeah, it means who's there. Like back in the day, some old guy was like, who there? And someone heard that as Hoosier, and then you guys just stuck with it. And I hope that's true. Like if someone's listening to me say this right now, going, that's wrong. It's actually about a farmer. And then the thing and the other. Don't tell me. Let me just have this. Because it's so much funnier to just imagine an old man who couldn't reach his dentures when someone was knocking on the door going, and then that became, I don't know, that sounds fun to me. His ear got cut off? Whose ear? That's... Someone went to a Van Gogh museum. Whose ear? Now I want to do that joke at a Van Gogh museum. Wouldn't that be? Who's here? Get one of those like security guards to really like crack. That'd be fun to get someone to crack at a. I don't know, but it's very nice to be here. It's an exciting time to. What's that? Who's here after a bar fight? So they're all from like people saying words wrong. That's awesome. I love that. That's good. The combine's going on. The NFL combine's going on. You guys pretty pumped on that? That's pretty exciting. They're all staying at my hotel, which is weird. I'm the only one staying. Me and Brad are the only ones staying at the Westin that aren't wearing like team. Everyone's like got a team jacket, and they're all a bunch of scouts and athletes. And I'm like, this. I think they can tell we're not a part of it. I think they can tell, like, when Brad and I walk through. I don't think they're part of the NFL Combine. Like, you can tell we're not holding clipboards and stopwatches, and we're definitely not. I don't know. I felt so much pressure going to the gym today. Because I'm like, they're going to be there, you know? And I'm just me. And then I started having, like, the fantasy. You know, you ever have a fantasy that they, like, see you on a treadmill, and they're like, whoa, you know? Like, I started playing that little fantasy. Like, they see me on the treadmill, some guy with a clipboard comes up, like, woo! Is that 6 miles per hour? I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm going to keep this up for about 30 minutes, too. Maybe 35 if the cold brew's still in my system, but we'll see. I don't know, wouldn't that be awesome? Like, some scout sees me chasing down a receipt in the wind, just... And then he's over there, oh, my God! This guy's lateral movement. Do you ever have little dumb dreams like that as an adult whose athletic prime is so far gone? And you're like, what if I just had like a magical foot? You know how like people have like weird strength, even though they don't look like they should be strong, and they just have weird strength? And it's like, what if I just had a strong foot and they brought me out and I just rip like 80-yard field goals? And I get drafted by the worst offensive team in the NFL. But all they have to do is just not lose yardage from the 20. And then they're like, here comes the foot. And I just... people, and like, I'm a hero of the people because I'm like a loser. But like, he's got a foot, dude. And then there's no one ever knows why I'm so good. There's just myths out there like, oh, I heard his foot was struck by lightning when he was on a camping trip as a child. That's why they call him Boltfoot or something. I don't know. I was having that daydream. But nothing happened. I went on the treadmill. No one noticed. I kept looking like, is anyone watching? I'll turn it up to 7, dude. I'll show you. I'll open it up, dude. I'll open it up. 7.2, that's about as fast as I can go, and that's for about a minute, and then I'm going to have to lay down. But I love the hotel treadmills because they're all the same. Every hotel uses the Nordic Track brand of treadmill, and they all come with a screen that play videos like you're running somewhere exotic instead of on the second floor of a hotel facing a wall, you know. And I've seen all the videos, and there's this one video where it's running on a beach because all they did was put a camera on like a guy's head, like a GoPro, and then just made him run in public, and then they took the footage and put it on here. And it's real people in the footage. And there's this one beach one where as soon as the guy starts running, another guy that's not a part of the shoot, he's like 10 yards ahead. He starts running too, and 5 steps in, he goes, ah! And he just limps off, and the camera just goes by. I've seen this video 100 times at many different hotels, and I'm just like, who is that guy? Does he know he's on this? You know? Does he know that I've seen him like, you just see him. Like, I hope, like, that guy probably had to go to rehab or something, you know? Get him back into shape. I wonder if they put him on a treadmill in rehab, and it was like, oh my God, that's me. I didn't sign a release. That's the kind of dumb stuff I think about. But it's very nice to be here. I've had a fun travel couple of weeks. I was in Vancouver, and then I went to Hawaii, because they're not next to each other. I don't know who books my travel, but they hate me. They're like, hey, we got Friday night, Vancouver. Woo! Next night, wake up, 7-hour flight, Hawaii. nice. And Hawaii, hell yeah. Like, I was all into that. I flew on Air Canada. They starve you on that one. I have a strict, do you have like weird rules that you place on yourself for no reason? I have a strict I don't buy food on airplanes rule. Like, I just don't do it. I don't know. I feel like my mom's next to me and I'm 7. And then she just goes, we do not do that. And I won't buy food on a flight. And because most flights, they give you a decent amount of snacks anyway on the house, and I'll just plow those. Air Canada gives you. They gave me a candy bar this big. It looked like a Chihuahua turd. All right, it was this big, and that's all they gave you. 7-hour flight, dude. 7 hours, nothing. Just one. They didn't even come by for round 2 of Chihuahua turd. One, and you eat that, and they're like, enjoy it. And then they would come by with a cart for sale, like none of it's free, and they'd have a menu. Hey, do you want some heated wrap from 9 hours ago? And I'd be like, I hate Air Canada, dude. I was so angry. But then we got to Hawaii, which was awesome, and I love being on. Who doesn't love being on vacation? I don't know. Something weird happens to me when I'm on vacation. I can't stop feeding birds. It's weird because it's something I don't do in my regular life. Like, birds come around all the time. I'm like, get the hell out of here. But when I'm on vacation, I can't stop ripping off pieces of croissant. And I had rice on my finger. I got a poke bowl or whatever. I had rice on my finger. A little bird. I held it out, and this Hawaiian bird just came up and touched my we had an ET moment. It took the rice right off. And every bird that I fed, as soon as I fed him, I turned, and there'd be a giant sign that says, do not feed the birds. And I'm like, I can't help it. I'm on the loose out here, dude. I don't follow rules on vacation. I'm feeding these damn birds, you know. But we had a good time. We took stand-up paddleboard lessons. That was embarrassing. My wife signed us up. You ever sign up for something months before a vacation, and then it comes time, and you're like, why would you do this to us? My wife, the night after my show, she's like, oh, I got to stand-up paddleboard lessons, 8 a.m. And I go, what? That's how we're starting the day? And then we showed up, and it's just a local teenage burnout that's going to teach us. I forgot his name was like Scoogie or something fun. I don't know. So Scoogie comes by, and he's like, well, it's just the 2 of you. And I go, oh, no one else signed up? He's like, no, 6 others signed up, but they all canceled. And I was hoping you guys would cancel too, but you didn't. Let's go stand up paddleboard. And he gave us like the quickest instructions ever. He's like, so what you want to do is stand up, and then you're going to be stand-up paddleboard. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like enough information. And he's like, well, have fun. And he left. And it's like some 19-year-old kid left. I had to stop myself from going, hey, you're not going to watch? Do you ever almost say something that embarrasses you? Excuse me, child, aren't you going to watch? Aren't you going to watch 2 people in their 30s try to stand on water? Aren't you? And then we had to go out, and it was right, the beach is right in front of the hotel, so we learned, no one's in the water. It's just my wife and I trying to stand on water. And everyone is having breakfast brunch buffet, just watching us. Every time I would look, I swear to you, I saw a guy go, he's going for it again. Why? Because I biffed it every time. I'd get up there and be like, Jesus! And I'd yell. I wasn't yelling it with his name in vain. I was trying to think of him because he can stand on water. And I was like, trying to be like Jesus. And he's good, man. That Jesus guy, he nailed it. Also, stand-up paddleboard's dumb. It works sitting down. All right? If you just straddle the board, you turn it into a kayak. I was moving. All right? Turned to my wife, we don't need to stand up. That's for show-offs. All right? That's for a bunch of, look what I can do. No. This is a utilitarian tool here, you know? That was fun. And then we had the flight back. I watched on the flight back was the State of the Union address. I watched that on a flight. I don't know if you guys watched that. I watched it without headphones because I didn't, you know how they come by and they're like, do you want headphones? I'm like, I don't want headphones. And then I'm like, oh, I guess I could have used some headphones. But I watched the entire State of the Union address, no headphones, and I think I still got it. The State of the Union is a very showy, like, you don't need to hear the words. It's ha 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 ha. Like, it's a very, you don't need to, I think I got it. Like, I didn't hear a word of what he said, but I think I get it. I think he said, everything's great. I'm awesome. Those people suck. There's Erica Kirk. And that was kind of it. It was like, that was, I think I was able to get it. I'm like, I appreciate that, you know? My favorite part of the State of the Union is when they zoom in on people who don't like the speech. And they would just zoom in, like, and they'd just be like a guy going, I don't. There's someone clapping next to him, standing, going, I'm not doing that. And I saw that. I'm like, that's how my eyes work when I do comedy. Like, I'll ignore everyone laughing, and I'll focus on one guy who's like, I don't think he's that good. And I'm like, that's actually, you know, for all presidents that have done a State of the Union, that's rude that they zoom in on the guy not enjoying it, and they put him next to the guy talking. Like, Trump's talking, and there's a guy who's going, I don't care for it. Like, if you didn't know that was a State of the Union address, I would have been like, this is a horribly shot comedy special. Could you imagine comedy specials where they just zoom in on non-laughing people? And then it just cuts to me like, right, everybody? I don't care for that guy at all. So yeah, things are going well though. Thank you for asking. I ate too much. I'm feeling a little full. Do that. It's hard. I woke up early. I was up at 6 a.m. because I had to... Did anyone hear me on Bob and Tom? I was on Bob and... Yeah, you heard me on Bob and Tom? Hell yeah. How did I do? It was all right, right? I did all right. That was exciting. It was actually my second time on Bob and Tom, and they didn't know that. They talked to me like it was my first time. Thank God. Because I did Bob and Tom in 2019. It did not go well, all right? Because it's like a zingy, you know what the show is. It's like, hey, it's like radio, you know? It's like, woo, here's a hot line. Now you go. And you're like, huh? And then another. And that's not my style of comedy. I'm more meandering. You've seen what I do. Like, it's very... I need time to breathe, you know? And that one's like, all like, whoa, that's what she said. Like, it's a very... Everyone's a hair trigger on that show. Everyone's got a line in the chamber where I'm like, man, did you guys practice in the bathroom before you came? How did you know to say that right then? Like, they would just throw out topics, and I'm so glad they didn't come to me and go, what do you think about this? Because I would have been honest, like, I don't have an opinion on that. That's so hard to have an opinion on everything. Oh, what about that? And then some other guy go, and I'm like, yeah, that didn't even cross my mind, what he just said. What a funny thing to say that I didn't think of. It's just like, I'm not used to, like, that's like an old, like, that's how men hang out, is like that, zing, zang. Betty had a good time. And that's when I realized while I was sitting there, I'm like, yeah, my friends aren't like this. Like, we don't interrupt. Like, we let people finish a story without calling them gay. And I'm not saying I didn't like the show, but that's the style of the show. It's quick, zap, yeah. And the first time I did the show was in 2019, and the night before I was in Pittsburgh, and I drove through the night. I didn't sleep because I had to make it here to do Bob and Tom at very early in the morning. So I showed up, jacked to the gills on Red Bull, and shaking because I hadn't slept. I don't know if you've ever just driven through the night and then went on national radio. But it's not a time you just want to be shaking with whatever. And I went in, and it was a panel of comedians. And it was funny comics. Dusty Slay was there. It was the first time I got to meet him. Killer comic. There's the other guy, Pat Godwin. He's a guitar act. He's super funny. And so the way it worked is there's like a panel, and then everyone else who works on the radio, and he would just like set you up to be funny. Like when he talks to you, it's your time to shine, you know? And then so he talked to Pat Godwin, and he played his guitar. He played a fun song. Everyone laughed. It was really good. Then he went to Dusty Slay, and he said something incredibly funny. And then he came to me. He's like, hey, I hear you're married. And at the time, I had just gotten divorced. And I was like, no, I just got divorced. And he's like, oh. And I was like, thanks for bringing that up. Like, you know? That was like my attempt at being a little, thanks. But he didn't know I was joking, so he just went, oh, sorry. Anyway. And so they just skipped me. Like, it went funny, I'm divorced. Next guy. And they didn't come back. They didn't give me another shot. Because I think Tom was like, these notes are crap. I don't know anything about this guy. So I never got another shot at it. But here's how popular that show is and how well respected that show is. I still sold like 12 tickets for my show that night in Fort Wayne from doing that. Because that night I was on in Fort Wayne and I asked, did anyone hear me on Bob and Tom? Like 10 people were like, yeah, we bought tickets from that. And I'm like, from my one line of going, I'm divorced. And they're like, we got to see this guy. This guy's a hair trigger. They don't know if he's married, divorced. No one knows what's going on with this guy. He's a wild card. We got to go see him. So, yeah, I had a good time on Bob and Tom. I like that. That's fun, do radio. And then I did the morning news. That's fun. I love going to do morning news. You're just on a panel. Like I was on before tacos. I was over here doing my interview, and then they have their TV kitchen, and they're just prepping tacos. And in the green room, there was a singer that went on before me. He's doing vocal warm-ups for, that's what, comedy is such a low of the totem pole art form. Because I was a cook. Those cooks had to wake up early morning to get those tacos ready for morning news. That singer was doing vocal warm-ups for 45 minutes in the same. We were in the same small room, and he's next to me going me 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 me, and I'm just next to him scrolling Instagram, warming up too. There's a lot going on over here. One time I did morning news, and there was a bunch of models in there in bras, because apparently the segment on before me was how to make sure your bra fits you correctly. So they brought 10 models, and they're all just half naked. And I walk in at 7 in the morning, I go, all right. I don't know if that's never happened to you, where you walk into a room where you have to sit for a while, and there's 10 half-naked women, and you're like... I didn't even, I'm not even going to introduce I didn't. I was too embarrassed. I didn't say hello. I just came in, made eye contact with all of them, and then just sat down and looked at the floor for the next 45 minutes. And then they did their segment, they left, and then I was brought out, and I was like, you made me follow the bras? That's a tough act to follow. Man. I don't know. But it's fun. I've been doing well, living life, trying to do my best, I guess. Yeah, aren't we all? We're all just trying to do our best. How's Jessica? She lives with my ex-wife. I apologize. That was the divorce that came up at Bob and Tom. Don't worry, I have a new wife. We're happily in love. We've been married a long time, enjoying life. Thank you. Second wife. You know what I'm talking about. That's how easy crowd work is, by the way. You know what I'm talking about. Guy who looks like he was married at 16, you know? Were you married at 16? No? Are you guys married? No. She won't do it. I apologize for starting all of that. Listen, she'll come around. She just probably thinks it's better to graduate high school first. That's probably all. I mean, the both of you. You both look young. I'm not trying to say she looks young. See, this is why I don't do crowd work, because it would be mostly me going, no, you're getting the wrong idea. I'm saying you both look young. You both look like healthy, tax-paying people, and you're good people. That's why I don't talk to people, because every time I do, they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'll shut up. Could you imagine if I introduced myself to the bra women? Could you imagine how that would have gone? Hi! I'm gonna leave my shirt on if that's all right. Something like that. You can probably get me into an A cup, though. Maybe. You guys are fun, man. This is the first real fun crowd we've had. No, I mean that. And I don't mean that rudely. I just mean that the bar's been low. And you guys have been so fun that dude, Thursday was like a dissertation. I did all the jokes, all the little fun little things that I've done here, I did on Thursday, and they're you guys don't have it, but the other two crowds we performed for, there was I don't know if it's an Indiana thing or what, but there was laughter followed with judgment. It was like, ah. I knew it. It was like a little bit of that. You guys don't seem to have it. I think the bucket of Michelob Ultras helps, yeah? A couple of buckets of beer. Green drink? What is that? Liquid marijuana. Yeah! We are in such an interesting time. Because we live in an era where there's young people that don't drink at all. Like my brother, he's a young... Listen. I agree, all right? There's young people that don't drink at all, and then there's like people that are like, I'm smoking marijuana. Or drinking it. I mean, like, I'm drinking marijuana, and it's such a weird... I don't know. It's such an interesting... I think that's why we have so much conflict. We're not on the same substances. And I think it shows. No one talks about that. Everyone wants to say we're divided. No one wants to talk about we're not all on the same substances. All right? Some people are microdosing shrooms on a daily basis. They're kind of walking around life thinking that the trees are laughing at them. All right? Then there's other people who have nicotine pouches and they're lit. And they're just like, I'm jacked up and I want to fight, but I don't know why. All right? And then there's like other people that are just on weed pills, so they just end every conversation with, I don't know. And then they leave. And then you got alcohol people, just old school alcohol people going, woo! And then mixed with all that, you got sober people going, you guys are all insane. And I see why there's so much conflict. We need to get on the same substances. We need to. I think that should be. Maybe RFK will start that. I think he should get us on a regimen. Everyone take like something agreeable. Like every night, we all of us take 2 melatonin gummies. We start simple, all right? Yeah, we'll make sure there's no yellow dye, number 5 or whatever, whatever's making all the kids smell colors, but. We'll figure that out, but everyone gets on 2 melatonin gummies. We all have the same hallucinogenic dreams, and then we wake up and we'll see if the country comes together. I don't know if you guys do melatonin gummies. I switched from, I used to do marijuana gummies to fall asleep, but I would be asleep, but with panic. Like sometimes I'd be on a weed gummy sleeping on my side, and I could feel my heartbeat through my ribs. And it's pounding into the bed. And I don't know if that's a normal thing, but I'm like, that's not good sleep, right? That's not. But I still need sleep. I still can't fall asleep naturally because there's too many thoughts. And so I got on melatonin gummies, which that's sleep, but is it? Because it's like a psychedelic. I've had dreams on there where I'm like, am I sleeping? Is this even rest? You know? I had a melatonin dream once. I was having dinner with Matthew McConaughey. Famous actor Matthew. Me and him are just at a fancy restaurant, and then the waiter drops off a dish, and Matthew McConaughey goes, "That's a dessert. That's a delicacy from my people." And I go, "What are your people?" And then he didn't answer. He just kind of looked at me and did one of his. And then I looked down, and on the plate was a latex glove filled with sand. And I'm such a people pleaser. I started to cut into. It's really good. And he's like, all right. You know, like, and then we did all this stuff, and I'm like, am I even sleeping? I don't know if this counts as REM sleep, you know. But I don't know. I think my football coach in high school had a good way to remedy conflict. Like I remember, there's 2 guys kept fighting each other. At football practice. They got into 3 fights in the same practice, so he called off practice, or he paused it, and then he told those guys to go run laps while they held hands. And they had to run laps holding hands, and they stopped fighting. And I was like, I think that could fix us. Everyone has to reach across the aisle to someone they hate or just vehemently disagree with, and you have to run holding hands until you're too tired to hate. All right, I got 4 people on board. That's all I need. Other people are like, I'm going to punch them while I run. You think I won't grab his own hand? Go, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Think I'm not gonna do that? They're from Portland, nice. I like it. Their whole motto is they keep it weird over there. Right? And they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job. Go check it out. Everyone's pulling their weight in that town. Making it weird. I did that show in Seattle, and then I took the train down to Portland. And when I got to the train station, I came across a young lady who I hope was on drugs. You ever meet anyone like that? Where you just go, ooh, I hope that's not permanent. I hope that was a decision. I hope you decided for that to happen. I hope you're having a great time while the rest of us are mortified for you. This is what she was doing. She was lined up against the street sign, just doing this right here, just going, ah. And I'm like, which drug is that one? I've never seen this before. I'm trying to walk by while she's doing that. She sees me and she yelled at me. She yelled at me. She goes, "You look like Jesus." And I said, "Thank you," and I kept walking because you don't slow down for that. You don't keep that conversation going. You cut that off right there. You go, "Thank you. You just reminded me I don't walk fast enough." I appreciate it. So I'm trying to walk off. She yelled at me again. She goes, "Throw me a blessing, Jesus." I was like, oh. Well, I can't let my children down. I gotta throw this girl a blessing. What if this is a big day for her? What if this is where she turns her life around? Because she got to meet who she thinks is Jesus at the Portland train station. I can't leave her hanging. This could be a monumental day in this woman's life. I have to throw her a blessing. Here's the problem, though. I've never seen a blessing thrown. I've never seen it go down. Is it underhand? I've never seen it happen. So I had to think quick. I had to think on my feet. This is what I came up with. I just turned and pointed at her and went, "You got it." That's how I threw my first blessing. Provo on a Friday. I like it. Some of you guys are into it. Some of you aren't even trying. I appreciate it. That's good. Pointing out the faces. I like it. It's so nice to be back in Provo. This is my second time here. I'm glad nothing's changed. It's just a bunch of people that look like me in this town. Very friendly, also awkward. Also awkward. Everyone has a twinge of definitely homeschooled in this town. There's nothing wrong with that, but we can tell. It's a lot of very friendly people going, "Hi," and then nothing to add. And then they don't know how to leave. They're just, "Hi." And then we're just there. Oh, bless your heart. A sweet, sweet young person. So good to be here. Last time I was here, it was my first time, I think, in the state of Utah. So I didn't know much about Utah. I just assumed what I think everyone thinks about Utah, that it's just all a bunch of religious people. But since then, I've been back a lot, and I've learned that it's not true. There's two groups of people in Utah. There's very religious people and heathens. And they're two very distinct groups. They'll come up to you. Either they'll be on one side like, "Hi, yes, we have church to go to on Sunday, but thank you." Or someone else will be like, "Hi, I cook narcotics in a cemetery." Both very friendly. I want to mention, so polite, so polite, so polite, but very different. I like being back, you know? Last time I was here, I talked about my fat cat, Jessica. Yeah, some people remember that. I had no idea that video was going to go viral. I had no idea 60 million people would watch me talk about my chubby cat, Jessica, and that I would have cat people fans. Like, that was the weirdest thing. You just went, I know, I didn't plan on it either. I didn't even realize that it happened. Like, Dry Bar didn't hit me up to go, "Hey, by the way, your video is going bananas. You are a cat comedian now." I found out organically by performing. I was in Spokane, Washington, working at a comedy club all weekend right before Christmas. Christmas was like on a Monday that week. And so like crowds should have been really light all week because it's the holidays. No one should be coming out for comedy. But every crowd was packed. And it was all just women in cardigans. And I'm like, I think this is from the Cat video. And then after the show, these women would line up and show me pictures of their cats. And I was just like, I've made it. I can't believe it. We finally made it. So it's very exciting. Thanks so much for having me back. Late show in Provo. This is how it is, you know? I like it. It feels like this is the only thing happening in town right now. I feel like if we went outside, the power would be shut off. And the mayor would be like, what are you guys still doing out? Get home. This is late, you know? And it's just nice to be back. I love it. I like coming to cities where I can pronounce the name of the city. No one's corrected me. I go, oh, I'm here in Provo. And they're like, you said that so good. Pronunciation was perfect. Sometimes people get particular, you know? I did a show once in Louisville, Kentucky, and those people corrected me immediately. I walked out on stage in front of like 400 people. I'm like, hey, so good to be here in Louisville. I had 400 people immediately. It's pronounced wool! Wool! And it was not a polite, like, hey, why don't you try it this way? It was a very angry, it's wool! And I was just there like, I am so sorry, Louisville. I apologize. They're like, it's wool! And I'm like, wool? Wool! Wool? Wool! And then finally I'm like, I can't, all right? I can't say it. I think I have too many teeth. I think that's what's holding me back. I have too many of these pearly white roadblocks in my face, and I'm just unable to go full wool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that, because they did not. I had a room full of jack-o'-lanterns sneering at me. It was tough to come back from, and I didn't. I bombed for a whole hour. Humbling, as I would call it. It was very nice to be back here. Lots changed since last time I was here. The world ended. For a while, there was a worldwide pandemic. I don't know if you guys watched the news. It's pretty good story there for a long time. I don't even know if it's over, I think. I can't tell. No one's come out to tell us either way. I feel like Greta Thunberg should come out and just give us good news for once in her little life and be like, hey, I know I'm like the groundhog of bad news, but the pandemic's over, everybody. I think she should be the one to tell us. She should be given that honor, but I don't know. I thought the pandemic ended in March of 2021. And I actually declared that it was over. I yelled out loud. I declared the pandemic is now over. I have no jurisdiction to do that. But I saw so many other people yelling craziness about the pandemic that I felt left out. All right? But I really thought the pandemic was over in March of this year because I was flying home from Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah. Oh, are you? Okay. All right. Yeah. They do have an airport. You all right? I was flying home from Kansas City, Missouri, and across the aisle, this lady had the whole row to herself, and she laid down, face down, into the airplane seat cushion. Just face right into it. No pillow, no rolled up sweatshirt, just face into a seat cushion. And I was looking at her, I'm like, yeah, I think the pandemic's over now. But it is not. There is more. Man, this pandemic, it's just, I don't know, a bunch of craziness has happened. Feels like a Super Bowl halftime show. That's what it is. Like a really long one when we're at home and we're just like, yeah, I guess this is entertaining. But when can we go back to the thing we showed up for? You know? It's definitely entertaining moments, but it's a little long in the tooth. Yeah? Wrap it up. I miss this. I miss doing comedy in front of people. Like during the pandemic, I didn't stop doing comedy. I was doing comedy on Zoom. I don't know if you got, Zoom, the meeting app? That should have been illegal. But they let us do comedy on Zoom. If you don't know what that is, comedy on Zoom is exactly what I'm doing right now, except I would be doing it in my living room, doing it into my laptop screen, which hurts my heart just to talk about. Here's something you might not know about comedians, but if we bomb at a venue, we just don't go back to that venue, all right? There's plenty of bars and restaurants I've never stepped foot back into in San Diego where I live because I bombed there, and they've offended me. And when I drive by, I give them an ugly look, all right? Because I remember that they hurt my heart. But during the pandemic, I was doing comedy on Zoom in a place I pay to live at, so I couldn't even leave. The next day, I would just wake up and I'd make coffee in the morning, like, yep, that's where it happened. That's where I lost my dignity. Now, when I did Zoom comedy, I did try to make it feel like the real thing. So what I asked was for everyone to put their microphones on so I could hear the laughter. So it was like this. And I remember in December, I did a company Christmas party at 1 p.m, which that should have been illegal, all right? Nothing is funny at 1 p.m, okay? You can't do comedy at 1 p.m. God's watching, all right? It's meant to be done at night in secret, That's what comedy's meant to be. But I was doing comedy at 1 p.m, and I asked everyone to put their microphones on, and there was an older lady in the audience. I could tell by her voice. She didn't have her video on. It just said Nancy on the screen. And she had her microphone on, but I don't think she meant to. Because like 2 minutes into my act, I hit a punchline, and everybody laughed. And for a second, I'm like, all right, this feels good. This feels like the real thing. And as soon as the laughter died down, Nancy, who doesn't realize her microphone's on, goes, I don't know how much more of this I can take. I gotta get to Costco. Really taking the wind out of my sails right now. Man, I do not miss Zoom. I did another company Christmas party that same day, and you know how you can see the other members of the meeting up at the top? I had someone leave my show by closing their laptop screen. Do you get why that hurts? Like, they just I saw them make the decision and execute. Like, it's dark in here. I can see the first few rows, but if someone in the back was like, I can't stand this, I gotta leave, I'll never know. And I'll leave tonight going, I had a fun show. But this person just looked in my soul and went, that's about enough of you. Do you get why that hurt? She didn't leave the meeting. She left technology. She's like, I'm gonna go read a book or something. Does it hurt my heart? And I don't miss it. I'm glad we're doing it in person again, Something happened to me. I got sick for a couple days. My poor fiance, she ended up having a panic attack after her second shot. It wasn't her fault. She had a nurse that actually told her, hey, it's my first time ever given the vaccine. Which, I don't work in the medical field, but that sounds like stuff you learn day one. You don't tell anyone it's your first day doing anything. You lie to that person, and you go, I'm the best there's ever been. But that's not who she had. She had a nurse. She's like, hey, it's my first time ever given the vaccine. She just starts shooting off syringes. Like Yosemite Sam. Like, let's get this vaccine going. And my fiance's like, huh? And then she stuck her with it. And then she pulled it out. And then she left her thumb on her arm for an uncomfortably long time. Like, long enough for her to go, is everything okay? And she goes, what? Yeah, everything's good. You're just bleeding a lot more than I expected. And then she yelled over to another nurse. She's like, hey, can you get that gauze? Just bring the whole box. So they wrap her up. They move her off to the quarantine area. It's so full, we're not sitting next to each other. So now she's texting me everything I just told you guys. And I'm texting her back, you're fine. Everything's good. I'm sorry that happened to you. That sucks. But you're totally fine. Don't let it go to your head. Because if it goes to your head, then you won't be fine. And she goes, you're right. I won't let it go to my head. And I'm like, yeah, you're right on. And then 3 minutes later, she texts me. She's like, it's in my head. And I'm like, are you okay? And she goes, no, I'm dying. And I was like, that's quick. That's really fast. But I'm like, don't worry, baby, I got you. So I sprang out of my seat like the hero that I am. I ran, I found someone who looked important. I'm like, excuse me, my fiance is dying. The vaccine did it. Bring everybody. I know how to get help. You have to yell. So that guy got a doctor, a nurse, and like a third guy in a suit. I don't know who that guy was. I think he was just a PR guy for Moderna. Like, he just kept very loudly telling my fiance, no, honey, you felt like this before you got here. Just to like calm everybody else down, because they're all looking at her like, what's in this stuff? And then the doctor comes by and takes her blood pressure, and he goes, wow, your blood pressure's really low. You're about to faint. And I looked at him, I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Lie! This isn't the time for the truth. Lie! Why would you tell someone they're about to faint? Lie to them and go, you're doing great. You're doing so good. What? I'm not bracing for anything. You're doing great. Not this guy. This guy's like, you're about to faint. She's like, I feel it. And she just starts melting down. We ended up having to take a wheelchair from an elderly person. That also happened. Apparently they only had one wheelchair on the entire premises, and they gave it to an elderly lady, and they ran up to her going, you got to figure your legs out, ma'am, because this girl needs it. So we booted a senior citizen. After about a half hour and a few bottles of water, she started to feel better. And the doctor goes, we don't like to say this in the medical field, but you had what they call a panic attack. You're totally fine. It was just in your head. You're good. You can go home. And on the drive home, she was like, I'm so embarrassed. I got a panic attack in front of all those strangers. And I'm like, you shouldn't be embarrassed about that. Same thing would have happened to me. All right? If I sat down and the nurse was like, it's my first time ever given the vaccine, I would have been like, no, it won't be. Because I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for anybody else. Anybody. I don't even care if it's a nurse. I'd rather a junkie from under the bridge give me my vaccine. Is there anyone here with some experience with needles? I'll take anybody. I'd rather a junkie just come up and go, I got you, baby, and then just hit me with it. I'd be more comfortable with that than, it's my first time ever. I'm not going on your wall. I'm so good. I did spend a lot of the pandemic working on myself. I think a lot of people did that. I don't know if you guys can tell I'm trying to stand up straight. I started working on my posture because I got an ad on Instagram that was asking me if I was slouching too much. I was just scrolling. They're like, are you slouching right now? And I looked in the mirror, and sure enough, I'm like this. And I'm like, how closely are you watching me? But what they were trying to do is sell me these rubber bands that go around your shoulders, and they make you, stand like a guy that you hate. You know these dudes that just come into a room all shoulders and Adam's apple everywhere they go? No one likes that guy. His name's usually Trevor or something. You know the guy. He runs a CrossFit gym. I don't know if this is hitting too close for home or anybody. Just come on. So I almost bought these rubber bands that make you stand like a Trevor. But I didn't, because I'm like, I have mental strength. I can just remind myself to stand up straight. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been standing up straight. And you know what I learned? Standing up straight hurts my back. Like right now, this is very uncomfortable. Right where all the bones meet, pain. You know what feels good? This right here. This right here has never hurt me once. Never once have I been like this going, ooh, we gotta straighten out. I think this is where we're supposed to be. You know who I think had it right? That dude in the middle of the evolutionary chart. You know what I'm talking about? The cavemen. On one end, there'd be a guy crawling, and at the other end, a Trevor just walking all upright. But if you look in the middle, there's just a guy with like a healthy slouch. I think that's where we're supposed to be. In fact, if you see a guy with this slouch, this is a good guy right here, all right? Befriend this guy. This guy will pick you up from the airport, okay? He'll be early. He'll have Starbucks ready. This is a good guy. This dude, he will try to date your girlfriend when you're gone on that trip. Not a great guy. I think I'm just going to accept my curved spine because I'm body positive. I love the body positivity movement. I'm not going to live up to Instagram standards of spinal cords. Mine has a bit of a hitch in it, and I'm going to love it. I love the body positivity movement. If you guys don't know what the body positivity movement is, that's where your body kind of sucks, but you love it anyway. What a great movement. Why would you hate your body? You love it. That's the one you got. You're like, yeah, but that guy's got a better one. Yeah, well, that guy sucks. You got what you got. You might as well love it. I wish body positivity was around sooner. I could have used it when I was a chubby kid growing up wearing a t-shirt in the pool. I could have used it then. I could have used body positivity then. I thought I looked slim. And you know I didn't. I was the chubbiest I ever looked. I would just come out, the shirt would be hugging my voluptuous curves. Not anymore, I'm body positive. I was at the beach last week, I took my shirt off. I don't care if my nipples don't match, I'm out there. Body positivity. My only knock on the body positivity movement, and I think it will evolve over time, but I hope one day body positivity can move north to include the face. I don't know if you guys have noticed, body positivity seems to cut off right around here. Right around here. Here down, you gotta love your body. That's your body. From here up, oh yeah, you gotta fix that. And you're like, why? It's connecting. You're like, no, it isn't. Don't mess with your face, you guys. Your face is beautiful. That's your face. Two people came together, they had an intimate moment, and this is the receipt. I feel like more people should cheer at that, but everyone's always like, yeah, but my parents are pretty ugly. If I want to smooth out some of these dents and divots, I will. I don't know, man. Life was good before the pandemic for me, anyway. 2019 was a great year. 2019 was the first year I started to feel like an adult. In 2019, I was 32, and I was like, it's time, you know? I was feeling like an adult. I bought a couch that year. It was a big year for me. I'm not saying I never owned a couch before. I'm just saying I never paid for one before, all right? It's my first time purchasing a couch. It was a big year. I also paid taxes that year. Never did that before. First timer. And I'm not trying to say I was a tax cheat. I always filed my taxes like a responsible citizen, but all the other years, the government was like, whoa, looks like you need this. In fact, here's a little extra. We're worried about you, you know? 2019 was the first year they asked me for money, and just like that, I'm now a Republican. That's how that works. First 31 years, bleeding heart liberal. We gotta help everybody. Until they asked me for money, and I'm like, well, you guys gotta pick yourselves up by your bootstraps. You can't be pulling the wagon for everybody. That's my favorite joke, because it's for everybody. That's a bipartisan tax joke right there. Everyone can enjoy it. One side's like, oh, that's cute, he's being ironic, and the other side's like, he's seeing the light. Guess how it works now. So good. I learned so much, man. I used to make fun of millennials. That was something I did. Yeah, I used to make fun of millennials till I did a Google search. And I realized I am one. Now, I don't think they're that bad. That's who I am in a nutshell. I'm a total hypocrite. I will make fun of a group of people till I realize I am that group of people. And I'll be like, come on, you guys, they're all right. I like millennials. If I did have to pick on millennials, I think our biggest issue is we're too self-aware. We know exactly what's wrong with us and why, and I don't know if that's healthy. Because everyone in my age knows exactly what's wrong with them, but no one seems to be getting any better. Like every person I meet my age, they're like, I have anxiety. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing about that? Nothing, I'm telling you, so you work around it. It's like, no, you did half the job, you identified it, but then you gotta, you know. Everyone knows why they have anxiety. And they'll tell you right away, right when you meet somebody. I have anxiety because when I was 8, my brother locked me in a closet, kept me there all weekend. It's like, that's too soon. That's for tomorrow. That's if we talk again tomorrow. This is too soon. And it's not like we're the first generation to have anxiety. We're just the first generation to look into it. I'm sure previous generations had anxiety, but they didn't look into it. They're just like, I don't know, when I go to Costco, my cheeks tingle, and they kept it at that. They didn't have time to start digging into it. But that's who I am. I'm a millennial. I'm not manly. I'm not a manly person. I don't know if you guys can tell by my build. I'm not manly. I had someone recently ask me if I could change a flat tire, and I'm like, why would I even try? Why would I even attempt that? I have AAA. I have AAA. Get AAA. If you don't have it, get it. It's $50. $50 a year. You get a flat tire, one phone call, a real man shows up. And he does it all while you stand safely off to the side.
sipping a latte, making small talk, like, oh, is that a torque wrench? Yeah, all right. And that's all you have to do. Someone asked me if I could change my own oil. Again, why would I even try? I don't even know where that hole is. And also, how well do you think I'm doing that you think I have a pit in my driveway? Because that's how I get my oil changed. You drive it over a pit and there's a troll down there that has to... No one knows that guy. That's someone we keep down there. Sweep snacks down there for him. He doesn't get to live in society with us, man. Love it. Scariest time of year for me is coming up. It's the winter. It's when I gotta light the pilot light on my furnace. That is the most terrifying time of the year for me. I gotta pump myself up for that, like a football player. Like, here we go. Let's do it, you know? I gotta trim my beard, make sure nothing catches. Have you ever done it? You open it, it's just covered in warning labels. That's all it, don't touch this, that'll explode, that'll kill you. And you're like, I'm just trying to make it 72 in here. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying not to wear a sweatshirt indoors. Why is this a life and death situation? And then when I finally get ready to do it, I put my phone out and I put on a YouTube tutorial video so a 14-year-old Malaysian kid can teach me how to light the pilot light on my furnace. And I'm terrified. I go down there like, here we go. And every time I do it, I'm like, that's not how a real man attacks this project. Like, a real man just shows up covered in gasoline, strikes a match on his 5 o'clock shadow and just goes, whoa, heat for everybody, because I'm a man. And everyone around him, what a man. Yeah, I'm going to go take a shot of A1 sauce. See you guys for dinner. What a man. Not me. I'm down there going, oh, my eyebrows. Just terrified. The last thing I'll tell you is the least manliest thing about me, and I save that for the end of my show because it's going to make a lot of you not like me. But no matter how you react, I'm leaving, all right? Least manliest thing about me is I can't drive a stick shift, okay? Yeah, and that's the reaction I always get. I'm just saying I can't do this. That's all I'm saying. I can't do this. And you know why? Because this is stupid, all right? This is dumb. Do you know they make cars now where you don't gotta? Do you know that? Do you know that? Listen, when you're done churning your own butter, why don't you join us in the 21st century? When you're ready, when you're done bookkeeping with your abacus, why don't you join us in modern times? Because there's no way you prefer this. Oh yeah, let's go for a leisurely drive. Isn't this great? Look at this. No, can't high five you now. Look at all this stuff I gotta do. What's that, a hill? Nice, let's figure that out. How do you even text in this situation? I'm not a fan. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.